The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. This is McCoy. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike.
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
56. All day, all day. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Hatchet, hatchet.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now McCoy. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Hey, Ribley, Ribley.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to go for it all. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Here we go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go.
It looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. 11. Right there. 54, right there. I got you. I'm coming after you. Clock.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. It's a room to maneuver. Acott's right, touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 37 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that. Safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
You got time right there.
Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you get the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! 21. I can't believe they even
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 75 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4th. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Now it's Breida. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here we go.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
11.
General West.
Breida, he'll try the right side. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Big stop, let's go.
80 weapons. 6.
This is Breida. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 180.
Check back. Slam.
11. 2. Hey, seam 6.
Showing it. Watch the ship.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission? I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Mike 20, insane. Exit. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Let's take it at around the 40. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Whip. Watch the whip.
6'6", bullet high.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's got some space here. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
21. Here we go.
Check hot route. Hot.
I got this.
Here's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They come out here in the I. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Kill. Slam.
They'll try to run with Breida. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 76 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard.
Check 26, check 26.
At their 48-yard line.
Alert flare, alert flare.
Hey, yellow, hey, go down, go down, go down.
Watch twist, watch twist. Right.
Williams. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
56 to Mike.
Attack, attack.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. In your face.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Yellow.
First down, Chiefs.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Bang, bang. 15. You gotta go, baby.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Second and 5 now. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
Yellow, yellow.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gotten together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Hey, box drop.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He's got a first down past the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, 81 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out, coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Deuce. 80 weapons.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And now a timeout called. By the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up second and
Check 31, check 31. Hey, take it. Shoot. Hey, receiver. Watch out, watch out. Rhino. Check.
Gun.
Fresno.
On second down, it's Cook. They find some open field here. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Gun.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Check 48. First.
Check 50. Check 50.
Hey, flipper. Gun. What's that?
On second down, Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
48.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 11-yard line.
Good route kick.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Minnesota.
Check 55. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Shit.
They'll try to run with Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 after the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check. Everybody, kill.
Cross. Check.
47.
Safe.
Wait.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Prescott from the gun. And that's Elliott, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Running with Elliott. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Jet bomber. Jet bomber. Hey, watch it.
Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down.
Check tight. Undercross. Two.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Check nickel. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch the twist.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
Gun.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Yeah, baby.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job. Hey, but, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. And with that incompletion, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those 2 teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as a team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go, get out there.
This is Elliott. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Switch.
Here we go, kill.
Check. Lucky. Pull it high.
Here we go, 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Blue Dan. Shift.
Quaker Omaha.
Watch twins.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on first down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And some room to run now. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Intended that time for Cooper. That'll bring up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Switch it, hey. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line in.
Mike's 5-4.
Here's Prescott, letting one go deep for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. Third down here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Under.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go 47.
You think you won't get this? You think you upset? Take the edge.
Come. Here we go 47.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go, going to 54. Line in. Hey, kill. Go. Here we go, going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. Gun.
Banjo.
Here we go, 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin. Complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Now he's flushed out left. This is caught. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Whip. Watch the whip. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now Cook. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's Austin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, that one complete to Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Vikings.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Sick guy. Hey, flip him.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Check.
A gain of 2.
Gun.
2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Back. Hey, steamer. Check. Deuce. Under 10. What's that? 10.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Gun. Gun. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 3. Check 31. Rhino.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Mike, 55. Check. Hey, echo. Gun. 55.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Come on now, let's go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go, get out.
Now Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
It's been a long day for you.
Switch it, hey, 47.
54.
My 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Ezekiel Elliott. Incomplete. It's now 4th
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
We got 3 down. Hey, 2 is mine. I got it.
We're going to 53. Under.
Check. 59. Watch the run. 59 is mine. Check. 59. Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball.
We're going to 54. Why in?
Mike's 59. Bring it.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, line in. Wide, get wide. Check, crunch.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
There you go, line in. 59. There we go, going to 53. Say. Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Prescott now. He's got a man, complete. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Prescott finding Witten.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Gun.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Throwing. Prescott. He finds Austin complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run. Mark 55.
To throw is Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
47.
Draw play, Elliott. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Right there, 54 Mike. I'm here all day.
Hey, kill.
54, go.
This looks like a free play for Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Second down, Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Forbath, the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Switch gears.
Gun.
Motion. Reset.
They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Kill. Hey, turn it.
Ringo, 48. What's that?
Final play of the half. Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the air.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Gun.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
61, matchbox lights. Leave it, bring up 48. Gun. What do you want? Hey, zoom.
Play action now, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Jahan, leave it, bring up 48. I smell fear in that offense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You got tight. You got tight. You got
gun.
55, mark, guys, 55.
Rose.
Switch. Shift. Watch.
Black.
Big ass.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Spot. Hey, kill. Mike, here we go. 26.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Prescott's
pass caught by Austin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check pass.
Here's Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Hey, keep it up.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, eat. Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First down, here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We all knew. Check.
Watch the safety.
Hey, check 20.
X3. 218, chopper.
Check 24. Out. Pick the edge. Come.
Gun.
Slam. Showing it.
On the carry, it's Cook. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. I got it. Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, no, easy.
Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
27. Kill. Switch it. Go. Get out there. 26.
Here's Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check.
Now Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Cooper again the target. He'll look to throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Here we go.
Go to 54. Why in? Go to 54. Why in? 26.
Run for Pollard. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And